Hey y'all come on in, come on in. I had to go out and come back in. Y'all come on in, and we'll get started shortly. Hey, is that daily? Is that motivation? Hey y'all come on in, come on in. We'll get started shortly. Talking about selling on Amazon, making money on Amazon. So y'all come on in. Just waiting for the live to pick up again and get out in the algorithm. And I'll get started shortly. Again, talking about selling on Amazon, how I make money selling on Amazon, the easy way with the arbitrage business model. So y'all come on in. And again, we'll get started shortly. And as y'all are coming in, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? If you can, say yes, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, hey, Lottie Dottie. I had to go out. Could y'all not hear me on the other line? I'm in my office now. I was outside in my backyard. I just came in my office, y'all. So y'all come on in. We're going to start talking about selling on Amazon, how I make money selling on Amazon the easy way, right? With the arbitrage business model. That is what I do, and that is what I teach my students. So y'all definitely come on in, and we're going to talk about it. Again, selling on Amazon, how you can get started, answering any questions y'all have. Y'all come on in. I'm not going to be up here too long. As you're on the live, all I ask is that you tap. Y'all go ahead and tap, and also share the live out, y'all. Come on in. Just waiting for a little bit more people to get on and for the live to get out in the algorithm. So y'all come on in. Again, we're going to be talking about selling on Amazon, how I make money selling on Amazon. We're going to be going through step by step how you can get started selling on Amazon if that's something you want to do. So y'all come on in, and we'll get started shortly. Hey, Donna. Hey, Virginia. I'm trying to see y'all names. Y'all come on in. Now, let me give the income disclaimer, y'all, because during this live broadcast, I'll talk about income that I've made, income I make, and income that my students have made, and income that my students make. However, I do not guarantee anybody's income. I have to give that disclaimer whenever talking about money to be safe with TikTok community guidelines. And also, I do want to let y'all know I am not a financial advisor, okay? I am just simply educating y'all on what works for me and how I make money and what's working for my students and how my students make money. So y'all come on in. As y'all are coming in, y'all go ahead and tap. Just waiting for the live to pick up a little more. If y'all are just coming in, we're going to be talking about selling on Amazon, right? How I make money selling on Amazon with the arbitrage business model, which is the easiest way and the least expensive way to get started selling on Amazon, because you do not need an LLC. You don't have to have a business license, okay? And you do not have to have a big budget to start. I've been selling on Amazon for 6 years, and I've been teaching others how to do the same for 5 years. So if that's something you want to learn, you are definitely in the right place at the right time. You're definitely in the right place at the right time. If you're spending money on Amazon, y'all put a me in the chat. Put me in the chat so I can know who's spending money on Amazon. If you're spending money on Amazon, let me know. Say me. Y'all let me know. And then we're going to talk about it. I'm going to go over a free training giving you the step-by-step guidance on how you can get started selling on Amazon the easy way, right? And the least expensive way. Okay, I see a lot of people saying me. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, y'all, because I don't want this live to be that long. So y'all come on in. All I ask y'all to do is tap. Okay, y'all know what that is. Tap as I'm giving out free information, free value, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to do a free training breaking it down step by step, okay? And then we're going to do a Q&A answering any questions that you all have. All right, so let's talk about Amazon's growth, okay? So in 2022, Amazon generated over $514 billion in sales. In 2023, Amazon generated over $574 billion in sales. And just last year, 2024, Amazon generated over $620 billion in sales. So I always like to ask, and I want y'all to participate, okay? I always like to ask, is the money being made on Amazon, y'all, going up or going down? Y'all let me know. And this is billion. Hey, James, y'all let me know. Is it going up or going down? We're going to talk about it, okay? Is it going up or going down? The sooner y'all answer the question, the sooner we can go ahead and move to the next slide and go through the training, okay? Especially for my new people here who want to be educated on how to get to the bag, get to the money selling on Amazon. So y'all let me know. Again, is it going up or going down based on what you see right here and based on what I've told you? Y'all let me know. Is it going up? The money being made, is it going up or going down? Let's see. Somebody, anybody. Okay, Preemie says, hey, Preemie. Oh, up. Exactly. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about it. So how do you get started selling on Amazon? How do you get started selling on Amazon? So first, let me say this, y'all. You do not need an LLC. You do not need a tax ID number, okay? You can start selling on Amazon with your first name, your last name, and your social security number. That's it. That's all. So you do not have to have a business set up. You don't have to have a business license. You don't have to have any of that, okay? Amazon allows you to come on their platform as a sole proprietor, okay? And that's doing business under your first name, your last name, and your social security number, okay? So how do you get started selling on Amazon? Your very first step is going to be to go here, okay? You're going to go right here. Y'all see this? Screenshot it. You're going to go there and you're going to register to become an Amazon seller. You're going to register to become an Amazon seller. What is an Amazon seller? An Amazon seller is a third-party seller like myself, like my students. Send me a message, hon. It's right in there. Let me show one of my students this. If y'all are going through the modules in my training, it's right here. You can't miss it. It's an exclusive items list. And once you go there, it'll tell you how to request it. You got to make sure you're going through all of the modules and reading through the information. All right. So when you first go to register to sell on Amazon, there are two different types of selling accounts. There's two different types of selling accounts. There is the professional account and there is the individual selling account. Now, let me explain both of them so you can make the right recommendation when you become an Amazon seller. So the professional account is $39.99 per month, okay? And the individual selling plan is 99 cents per item you sell. Now, with the professional selling plan, it's going to allow you a lot of benefits. Like, number one, you getting the buy box. That is a highly visible box where you see add to cart or buy now. And it's also going to allow you, as you can see, sell in more categories. Obviously, if you're able to sell in more categories, then you're able to make more money because you're able to sell more items, if that makes sense. Okay, now with the individual account is 99 cents per item that you sell. Now, I want to make sure y'all are following me. If you're selling, let's just say 3,000 items on the individual selling plan, roughly about how much is that going to be? 99 cents times 3. Somebody put it in the chat so I can make sure y'all understand, because I always say I want to make sure y'all understand so you will know exactly what you should be doing. If you're selling 3,000 items, right, and it's 99 cents per item that you're selling, about how much is that account going to be? Somebody go. Now, as soon as somebody put it in the chat, we can go ahead and move forward with the training. I just want to make sure y'all understand, okay? So again, if you're selling 3,000 items at 99 cents per item, how much is that account going to be? Can we change in time? I signed up for individual just getting started. Yeah, you can always change and go back and forth, y'all. It's not set in stone. If you start with the professional account, you want to go to individual, or if you start with the individual account, you want to go to professional. Amazon does not lock you in. You can change it any time. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate you. Sydney is right. It's going to be $3,000, okay? So whereas the $3,000 for the individual selling plan, because it's 99 cents per item that you're selling, that professional plan is only going to be that $39.99 per month. That's it. That's all. So does it make sense, y'all, if you're selling a lot of items, why you want to get the professional account? Yes or no? Y'all let me know, because again, I want to make sure y'all understand, because I tell y'all all the time, a lot of people don't sell on Amazon, or they're not successful selling on Amazon simply because they have lack of knowledge and they really don't know what to do, what they should be doing, how they should set up, what type of items they should be selling, all of that. Okay, Sydney, get it. Yes. All right, so now how do I sell on Amazon, y'all? I sell on Amazon with the arbitrage business model. And the arbitrage business model is just the skill of getting items for low, either in a retail store or online, and we're selling these items for higher on Amazon to make a profit. Again, we buy low and we sell higher on Amazon where customers are already shopping. Now, let me stop right there, y'all, because a lot of people, when they think about selling on Amazon, they're thinking about private label, getting items from Alibaba, China, AliExpress. They're unbranded, generic, and that takes a lot of time, a lot of work to get that started. We are selling major brands that are already selling. So if y'all are familiar with any of these brands, let me know. Can y'all see this? If y'all are familiar with any of these brands, say yes. Yes or no. If y'all are familiar with any of these brands, yes or no? Any of these brands, yes or no? Okay, I see y'all. Exactly. So that's what we're doing with the arbitrage business model, y'all. This is how I was so successful when I got started selling on Amazon, and I made over $10,000 in my first 30 days. And I have students who've been able to do the same because we are selling major brands that are already selling. People are already buying these items. These items are already selling on Amazon, the #1 selling platform. All we do is get the items for lower, either in a retail store or online, and we're selling these items for higher on Amazon to make a profit. Where do we get these items from? Being that you do not have to have a business license, you do not have to have a reseller's permit, you could get these items from any of these stores or any other stores like Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, okay? Any store, right? Because you can physically go into a store or you can shop online. Again, we buy low and we sell for higher on Amazon to make a profit. We are selling major brands that are already selling. And this is making sense so far, y'all. Let me know. Yes or no? I always ask, I do a temperature check to see, okay? Because nobody left behind. Because again, we're not going to leave this live and not understand the concept and the process of selling on Amazon and making money on Amazon. So is this making sense, y'all, so far? Okay. So I want y'all to get 2 apps, okay? 2 apps. One is the software and an app, okay? It is the Amazon Seller app. And y'all bear with me because I'm on my cell phone, but y'all can see what y'all need to see. It is the Amazon Seller app and it's the Seller and Seller Amp. And I'm going to show you how specifically Seller Amp look. Why do you need these two? Again, screenshot this if this is your first time here. That's because that's going to help you with your sourcing. That's you researching items, you finding items. It's telling you, is the item, first of all, selling on Amazon? Can there be a profit made? How many sellers are selling on it? What is the bestseller ranking? The bestseller ranking is showing you how well that item is selling. Is Amazon on the item? So that is a lot of criteria that Seller Amp and the Amazon Seller app is going to help you with. The main 3 points that you want to know of a good selling item is BSR. That is bestseller ranking. That is telling you how well that item is performing or selling on Amazon. Look for items under 100,000. The lower that number is to #1, like the #1 bestseller, that means that item is really selling. Also, you want to look for items that has 30 or more sales per month. The more the item is selling, the better. Like if it's sold 100 times, if it's sold 500 times, if it's sold 3,000 times, that's showing you that item is really selling on Amazon. You also want to make sure Amazon is not dominating the buy box. What does that mean? That means that Amazon is constantly selling on the item to where you'll be competing with them. So those are 3 main points that you want to look for. And I'm going to show you Seller Amp because Seller Amp will help you determine those points. So y'all tell me, I always like to ask y'all right here. Now remember, the sooner you put it in the comments, we can go ahead and move on through the training, okay? Somebody tell me, what is the BSR on this item? Remember, BSR means bestseller ranking. Y'all tell me right here. Can y'all see that? What is the BSR? Can y'all see that? Somebody put it. What is the BSR? Over on the left side. Right here. Exactly. Thank you, Premi. 58K. I knew what you meant right here, 1%. That was still, on that line. It's 58K. That is the BSR. Somebody tell me, what is the estimated sales per month? Right here. I see you, Lottie Dottie. What is the estimated sales per month? Can y'all see this? Estimated sales. Seller Amp, I tell y'all all the time, is literally going to tell you a story. All you need to know is what you need to be looking for, and Seller Amp is either going to confirm it or say, I don't think you should sell this item, okay? Exactly. Y'all let me know right here. Is Amazon selling on this item? Yes or no? Amazon sharing the buy box. It's saying they're never on the listing. So y'all tell me, is Amazon on this item? Yes or no? Remember I said you don't want to sell on items where Amazon is constantly selling on the item, okay? Because you'll be competing with Amazon. So y'all tell me based on what you see, yes or no? Can y'all see that right there where it says never on the listing? Exactly. No. Good. I see you, Premier. You got it. Okay, so y'all tell me, I always like to ask y'all, based on you learning a concept, because this is a skill you have to learn. Always remember, the more you learn, the more you're going to earn. We want to make the money, but we don't want to learn. We got to reverse that. If you learn it, you can earn it, okay? That's how we make money, all right? So I said that to say you learning the information of what you need to do, you using Seller Amp to confirm, do you feel like this is something you could do? Something you can learn? Yes or no, y'all? Yes or no? Based on what you've learned so far. Yes or no? Because again, all you need to know is points of a good selling item. This. And Seller Amp is going to help you determine, do the checks. Y'all see where I'm going? So do you feel like this is something you can learn? Okay, I see you. Is that Twinda? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Exactly. It is something you can learn. All right, we're going to go into it further. So how do we get, I see you, Toya. How do we get our items, y'all? We get our items via retail arbitrage or online arbitrage. Let's break down retail arbitrage. Now, again, remember, you do not need an LLC, tax ID number, EIN number. You can do this with your first name, last name, social security number, y'all. That's all you need to get started. How do you do retail arbitrage? You're going into retail stores. You're buying discounted items. You're selling it for higher on Amazon, making a profit. That is how I make 10K, 20K plus per month. And again, I have students doing the same. Right there, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. What is online arbitrage? Same exact concept. If you don't want to physically go into a store, you can go online. Online, right? Walmart, Target, wherever you're going online. We shop in the stores and online anyway. Learn how to shop, create a business, and start making money, okay? Selling on Amazon as a third-party seller. Selling major brands that people are already buying and these items are already selling. So online arbitrage, going online, buying discounted items, selling it for higher, collecting the profit. So again, how do you get your items? Either retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, y'all. That's how we get our items, okay? We don't need a reseller's permit. We don't need a business license. We don't have to try to find a supplier or a wholesaler, okay? Because all of that takes a lot of time and a lot of money. And we're trying to get to the bag, get to the money, correct? So the arbitrage business model, that is why I say it's the easiest way and the least expensive way to get started selling on Amazon. Now, you're probably like, okay, you told me where to go to get started. You told me use Seller Amp. You told me retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, what type of account to pick. What type of items should I be selling? As a brand new seller, y'all, these are the categories that you want to stay in as a brand new seller. And y'all screenshot this. I'm trying to hold it so y'all can see it. Y'all screenshot this. Okay, these are the categories that you want to stay in as a brand new seller. And that is going to be your pet. I'm trying not to move my face off the screen. That's going to be your pet supplies, your office supplies, your sporting goods, your lawn and garden, your tools and equipment, your home and kitchen, and books. Now, why do you want to stay in these categories? Because these categories will have a lot more items for you to sell as a brand new seller. Because I'm always upfront and 100 with y'all. When you first come on Amazon, you cannot sell any and everything. That's why I teach my students items I know they can go ahead and start selling. So I said that to say this. As a brand new seller, you want to stay in these categories because they will have more items for you to sell as a brand new seller. Can you sell in other categories like toys, health and beauty, groceries? Yes. However, these categories right here, again, you want to screenshot it, is going to have more items for you to sell as a brand new seller. If this is still making sense so far, y'all let me know, yes or no. Because I always want to make sure y'all understand. Because if you understand, then there's no reason why you cannot implement, okay? Because what did I say? A lot of times we don't make money simply because we're not understanding, we're not learning, and we're not doing anything. And if we're not doing anything, then obviously we're not going to make money. And if you want to make money, then you got to change that. You got to start getting started, right? Taking action. And that's how you're going to make money, okay? Because we got a few more months left in this year, y'all, to make it count. All right, so I'm going to keep going. Now, I'm going to tell you how to list your item the easy way. You list your item with what is called an ASIN. Again, if this is your first time here, screenshot this, okay? What is an ASIN? It is a number of an item that is already selling on Amazon. And I'm going to show you how to find it, okay? What you do is I'm going to show you where to get the number from. You're going to list the item in Amazon Seller Central. That is where you would sell your items and you're able to make money, okay? You already spend money on Amazon. You got to get on the other side where you're making money selling on Amazon, okay? Again, if you are spending money on Amazon, y'all let me know. Say me so I can see it. I really want to see if you're spending money on Amazon, and I'm going to show you how you find that ASIN. Now, again, the ASIN, as y'all are putting me, the ASIN is a number of an item that's already selling on Amazon. For example, if this is on Amazon, it has an ASIN. If this is on Amazon, it has an ASIN. And it makes us able to list our items the easy way. Somebody said too much. Exactly. That was my motto. If I'm spending money on Amazon, let me start making money selling on Amazon, because I know I can get a bag. So why not? I'm spending money. So once we put in the ASIN, y'all, it's going to pull up the picture, title, description, all of that. All you're doing is putting in how much you want to sell your item for and how many you have of your item. That's it. That's all. Okay. The easy way. Now, if you're doing private label, you got to create a listing. That means you got to take pictures, right? Upload pictures, create a title, create a description, get barcodes because the item is not on Amazon, get Amazon's approval. Then you got to run advertising, which is also known as PPC marketing, because it's unbranded, generic. People are not searching for it. That's why you want to sell on Amazon the easy way, utilizing ASINs of numbers that are already selling on Amazon. These items are already selling on Amazon. So this is how you find the ASIN, y'all. You're going to be here, okay? Here, I got to be careful with my wording. Thank you, Nitra. So here, where you spend money, okay? That's where you find it. Once you are there, you're going to hit Control F. Y'all follow me. Control F, okay? That means find. And you're going to type in ASIN. That's what I'm saying, ASIN. Can y'all see that? Hopefully y'all can see it. Once you do that, you're going to tab down and it's going to take you to the bottom. It is always at the product information. You'll find it there. Can y'all see this right here? If you see it, put yes. Once you plug this number in, again, this is an item already selling on Amazon. It's going to automatically pull up the picture, the title, the description, everything for you. All you're doing is putting in how much you want to sell your item for and how many you have of your item. The easy way. If this is making sense so far and you feel like this is something you can learn up until this point now, let me know yes or no, okay? Because I'm trying to slow walk it again so you can understand. Because I really want y'all to understand so you can grasp it, so you can get it, and you can start getting to the bag, getting to the money, selling on the #1 selling platform, especially get in position for the upcoming fourth quarter. Because let's be real, y'all saw all the me's. Everybody spends money on Amazon all day, every day. I know I do. Amazon is at my house almost every day, if not every day. And that's why I'm like, if I'm spending money on Amazon, let me start making money selling on Amazon. But I said that to say this. We spend money on Amazon all throughout the year. But the fourth quarter, October, November, December, all of the major holidays. I know some people don't celebrate Halloween. I don't, but some people act like Halloween is Christmas. It's a big deal, okay? And to them, you know, to each his own. So Halloween is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas. It is bag season, okay? That is where the most money is made during the holiday season, okay? So you definitely want to learn, okay? Remember, the more you learn, the more you're able to earn, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and go into it. I see y'all questions. Y'all give me one more moment. I'm almost done, okay? Because I don't want to get sidetracked. We're going to do a Q&A. All right. So now that you know how to list your items the easy way, now it's time to get the items to the customers. Your items are selling. You're making money. It's time to get the items to the customers. There are 3 different ways, y'all. 3 different ways that you can get your items to the customer, okay? Now, way number one is going to be fulfilled by merchant. So let's go to this tab. That is FBM. Can y'all see that? What is fulfilled by merchant? That is you shipping the item out, okay? Whether you're going to do it, can y'all see down there, via UPS, FedEx, the post office, however you want to ship it out. I tell y'all the same way we ship packages to our family and friends and we're not making any money. Learn how to start a business, right? Sending packages off to where you're making money, okay? The same way we're about to send a lot of packages for the holidays, okay? For people that got family out of state, friends out of state, okay? You do it the same way. UPS, FedEx, post office, ship it the cheapest way, all right? Now, look, if you're like, April, I don't have time to be doing all of that, there's still no excuse, okay? I tell y'all, I don't accept excuses because it ain't never paid a bill for me. Maybe excuses might pay some of y'all bills, but it don't pay any of my bills, so I had to drop the excuses to get to the results, okay? So I said that to say this. If you don't want to do fulfilled by merchant and you ship it out, do FBA. Okay, FBA, screenshot this, especially for my people, first-time people here. What is FBA? That is fulfilled by Amazon. And what does this mean? This is a game changer, okay, because you're sending your items into Amazon beforehand, okay? Send your inventory into Amazon's warehouse. And then Amazon is going to ship the items to the customers each and every time you make a sale. Let me say that again. You're not even shipping the packages to the customer, okay? Amazon is going to ship the packages to the customers each and every time you make a sale. All you got to do is send your inventory into the warehouse. And y'all bear with me if y'all can't see all of it because I'm on my cell phone. So say, for example, I'm putting all these in a box. Y'all see this? I got like 3 that I can put in my hand. I'm going to put all my packages in a box, okay? So now I send them to the Amazon's warehouse. Once they're at the Amazon's warehouse, when my items are selling, Amazon is going to ship it out. Amazon is going to ship it out. Amazon is going to ship it out to the customer while I'm asleep, while I'm working, while I'm on vacation, while I'm sitting in my office, okay? Amazon is going to do the shipping for me and handle the customer service and store the items. If this is making sense, say yes. Yes or no? Jesus loves you. I know that's right. Jesus loves y'all too. Yes or no? Is this making sense, y'all? Yes or no? Y'all let me know. Okay. Now look, I'm going to take it a step further. So if y'all love Fulfilled by Amazon, where you send your items in, right, and they handling the rest for you, you're going to love utilizing what is called, well, first let me go here. Let me break this down, y'all. Then we're going to go, I get excited. Then we're going to get to the last one, number 3. All right, so going into Amazon FBA, just to go into it a little bit further, you send your items into Amazon. Amazon is going to store your items. And I always like to stop right there because what does that mean? How does that look? That means you don't have to have any items at your house, right? Have any items at your house, right? You can hear me because I had a call. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me because I had a call. Because sometimes it'll kick my sound out. If y'all can hear me, just say yes. I'm almost done, y'all. Like I tell y'all, every time I get on live, I get a call. I got to remember to put it on Do Not Disturb. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, so Amazon is going to store your items. So I don't want to hear, I don't have enough room at my house. I don't have enough room at my apartment, my townhouse, wherever you are, okay, wherever God has you right now, but he has greater for you, okay? He has greater for you, all right, because you're going to believe in yourself. You're going to step out on faith. You're going to take action, right? Get started so you can start making money. So I said that to say, wherever you are, or you just may be like, I don't want this stuff at my house. Some people just don't want stuff at their house, and that's fine. So Amazon will store your items, okay? You don't have to worry about having any items, any inventory at all. Customer is going to order your items. Again, Amazon is going to ship the items to the customer. So that is the whole FBA process, Fulfilled by Amazon. Now, this is the one I love. A lot of people always ask me, well, what do you do? I do all 3. I utilize an Amazon prep center as well. This is completely hands off to where you're not touching anything at all. So this will eliminate all your excuses, y'all. So you don't even have to send your items in to Amazon if you don't want to. You ain't even got to send the stuff in and let them handle it for you. What would you do? You would order doing online arbitrage, okay? You would order doing online arbitrage, whether you're ordering it from like Walmart, Target, whoever, whatever suppliers you're using. So you're going to order from the supplier. You're going to put in the prep center's address, okay? Y'all see that? Now it's going to the prep center. The prep center is going to package, prep, and label your items. Let me say this again. The prep center is going to package, prep, and label your items, all right? And then they are going to send it to Amazon for you. So in this scenario, y'all, you're not touching anything at all. It's completely hands off. So y'all tell me, what is your excuse for not starting an Amazon business? How do we find prep centers? You can Google an Amazon prep center. Just make sure you're doing your research and make sure it's a legit prep center. Make sure you're, doing your research. Now, if y'all are interested in my training, and I'll tell y'all about that if you're interested in me being your coach and your mentor, I have prep centers in my training that I know are legit. And I have 2 that I'm partnered with where you get a discount. Okay, so if y'all like number 3, say yes. Or all of them, y'all. You can do it multiple ways, okay? That's what I love about selling on Amazon, y'all. I teach you multiple different ways, and there's multiple ways you can do it. Fulfilled by merchant, okay? You shipping it out. If you don't want to do that, send it in. Let Amazon handle it. If you don't even want to do that, okay, let a prep center handle it. Is this making sense, y'all? Somebody says, yes, number 3 is better. I know that's right. Okay, I see some of y'all questions. Give me a second, y'all. Let me show y'all some of my, so let me ask y'all this. I see y'all questions. Do y'all feel like, especially that y'all that's been up here from the beginning, because I know how TikTok is, some people came in the middle, the tail end. Do y'all feel like this is something you can learn how to do, y'all? Because anything is learnable, but you have to learn it, okay? If you don't remember anything else, always remember, I say it all the time, the more you learn, the more you will earn, okay, y'all? When I first started selling on Amazon, I got 2 trainings, okay? One was $1,000, one was $2,000, and I paid for coaching. That was 6 years ago. I've been selling on Amazon for 6 years, teaching for 5. But I know what I know because I learned. I wasn't trying to figure it out and trying to freestyle it. And I ain't had time to do all that, okay? I was trying to replace my income, retire myself, and get to the bag, all right? Okay, I see y'all. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to scroll up and get to your questions. All right, y'all. I'm going to show y'all some of my students' results who came in. They got my blueprint. They went through the process, y'all. They learned, okay? And this is their results. All right, so here is a student right here. I see y'all questions. Here's a student right here. She did this within her first 30 days. Brand new, no knowledge of selling on Amazon. She had almost a $700 day, and she made over $6,000. Can y'all see this right here? If y'all can see it, say yes. I promise y'all I see y'all questions. Give me like 2 minutes and we're going to get to it. We're going to do a Q&A. All right, can y'all see this right here? I just want to show y'all that not only do I make money selling on Amazon, but I got students making money selling on Amazon too, okay? Because y'all be like, okay, you making money, but do you got students that's making money? Yes, I do. All right, here's another student, y'all, and I always like to point this out. She was sick. You see right here? I've been under the weather. Y'all know what that means, okay? And she made over $9,000. And this was her first 30 days selling on Amazon. So this is what I be saying, y'all. If she's coming in and doing $9,000 in her first 30 days, imagine what she has surpassed that, what she did in 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year, okay? If she's able to do that in her first 90 days just by learning, okay? Applying, implementing, and getting to the bag. All right, here are 2 more students, y'all, and we're going to get to the Q&A. Here are 2 more students, and I always like to point out these students was less than 30 days. Here's a student right here, and let me show you her words, not mine, since starting your course less than a month ago, and she was saying something she listed, and I'm going to show y'all the items list she's talking about, because not only do I show my students, hey, Mr. Difficult, how to find items, what type of items you should be selling, how to get the buy box, like all of that, but as a bonus, I give my students daily items list. So here's her results right here. She made over $10,900. Can y'all see that? If you can see that, let me know. Say yes. Here is another student, y'all. She made, and this was less than 30 days, she made over $11,300. She made over $11,300, and this was less than 30 days. She had a $462 day, and there she is with some of her packages, y'all. And let me get on the black background. So do y'all feel like something that you can learn how to do? Y'all let me know. Do y'all feel like this is something you can learn how to do? Let me see. Yes. Okay. Y'all let me know what questions y'all have. Let me know what questions y'all have. And I'm going to scroll through and see what I've missed. Oh, and let me show y'all this because I was saying the student listed an item. So this is the items list that I give my students. So again, not only do I have a training where I show them how to find items, what type of items they should be selling, how to price their items, how to get the buy box, all of that information, y'all. But as a bonus, I give my students daily items list. I'm trying to scroll through the list. And this updates every day, Monday through Friday, where I'm giving them items, showing it on Amazon, showing them where to get it from, giving them the supplier look, giving them the profit they would make, the return on investment, all of that. So not only do they have the training, but they have access to all of that. And this is the training, y'all. This is the training. But we're going to do a Q&A. And let me say this is not a PDF or a ebook or anything like that, y'all. It is a full-blown training, and it's not somebody else MRR training. I'm selling. This is a training that I created. Me and the training, me walking you through. I always like to point that out. But y'all let me know what questions do y'all have about getting started. Let me get on the black background. Hold on, y'all. Okay. How long do you think it would take from start to finish an account setup? Most of my students get started within a few days, no more than a week. It does not take that long at all. Again, if you learn and know what you're doing. Now, can you do this on your own? Yes, but it's probably, of course, going to take more time. What I can say is most of my students get through it within a few days as far as the training, getting started, a few days, no more than a week. And y'all know everybody is different. Somebody may be married with kids. Somebody may be single, no kids. So realistically, a few days, no more than a week. Good question though. How do I get a product? You can get your items from either like any store, like either physically in the store doing retail arbitrage or online doing online arbitrage. And when I say any store, I'm talking about like Walmart, Target, CVS, Walgreens, TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Dollar Tree, y'all, Dollar General. Okay, you would just look for items either physically in the store or online if you're doing it on your own. Now, again, if you have my training, I teach you how to find items. I give you software you can use that will help get you to the results. Let me see. If you want to get an LLC, what address can you use if you don't have a warehouse or not your home? You can use a virtual address. Let me see. If you want to get, okay, I think I answered that. Sugar, hopefully, let me know if they help you. Yeah. And I have all, if you're interested in the training, I have all of that, like who I recommend, all of that is in the training. But yeah, if you don't want to use yours, you could just use what I said. Let me see. I'm scrolling through, y'all. What other questions do we have? What other questions do we have? Yes, I'm already starting, just trying to still figure out some stuff. What is that? Bambi, you got to get going. The fourth quarter is upon us, y'all. People are already shopping for Christmas right now. I keep telling y'all, people are already shopping for Christmas. How much money do you need to get started? Very good question. I'm glad you asked that. When you get started, y'all, with the arbitrage business model, you can start with a small budget. Let me show you. Okay, so on the items list, I break down everything. I even have the item cost. Can y'all see this right here? If y'all can see this, say yes. If y'all can see this, say yes, because I'm going to show you how you can start with a small budget. Now, I show you how to find items yourself. But as a bonus, I give my students daily items every day, Monday through Friday. So let's look at some of the items on this list. Like this is a $6 item. This is a $7.90 item. This is a $6.40 item. This is $11.70. This is $12.60. This is $7. So you can start with a small budget. Realistically, you could start between $100 and $300. And I show you how to grow and scale from there, okay? You do not need thousands of dollars to start, y'all. If you were doing wholesale or private label, you would need more capital, more money. Anybody that teaches that way, they would tell you. With the arbitrage business model, that's why I tell y'all it is the easiest way to get started because you're selling major brands that are already selling, people are already buying, they're already familiar with, right? And you can start with a small budget, okay? Let me see. What other questions we have, y'all? What other questions? Training info, please. Y'all ready to get to the training? All right, if you're interested in the training, y'all, say me, and I'm going to show you how to get the training. If you're interested in the training, let me know. And what does the training come with? So again, it is a full-blown training, y'all. Again, this is not a PDF. It's not an ebook. These are actual videos. You get immediate access. You'll have access to the training, access to me as your coach and mentor. What does that mean, y'all? You can message me. You can email me. Y'all want to know, do I offer coaching? Do I offer mentorship? Yes, with my training. You got to have my training, y'all. Unfortunately, I can't help you if you have my don't have my training because I don't know what you know. I don't know what you've been taught. I can just tell you what works for me and what works for my students. And I teach a strategic way, okay? I give you the blueprint. So I said that these are videos. I give you step by step. And you'll have access to me as your coach and mentor. And again, I give my students daily items list every day, Monday through Friday. So again, not only do I show you how to do it, but as a bonus, I give you items as well. Let me see. Okay, me. All right, if you're interested in the training, y'all, y'all follow my instructions, okay? Because you can do it while you're on this live and still listen to my voice. You're going to go to my picture at the very top. Y'all should see it at the very top. At the very top. And then once you click on my picture, it's going to bring my profile at the bottom, okay? My face, about me, my page information. You're going to click on my picture again. So you're going to click on it twice. Once you click on my picture twice, y'all, it should bring you right here, okay? You'll be on my profile. And you're going to go right here where you see like, it looks like the paper clip. You're going to go to the clickable LINK, okay? The clickable LINK. Once you go there, it's going to bring you here. Can y'all see this? And it's this very first tab, the ultimate Amazon training, the very first tab. You cannot miss it. The regular price of the training, y'all, is $9.97. Right now, it's currently half off for $500 on sale. And I do offer Afterpay and Klarna, so you can break that up. You do not have to pay the full amount. And even if you do the buy now, pay later option, y'all, you still get immediate access to the training, because I get asked that all the time. You still get immediate access to the training. And again, this lifetime access to the training and lifetime access to me, y'all. But any more questions, y'all? I'm going to scroll through and see if I missed anything. Any more questions? Do you have to pay a percentage of your merchandise go through the prep? Very good question. Yes, but you'll learn how to calculate. Somebody's asking, like, does the prep center has fees? Yes. Y'all got to understand, when you're sending it in to Amazon, then allowing the prep center to do everything for you where you're not doing anything, so you do pay more. Your main thing is learning how to calculate. And I show you how to do all of that. You learn how to calculate so you can see your profit per item. So you wouldn't worry about the fees to Amazon or the fees to the prep center. Your main concern is your profit per item. Let me know if that makes sense for the person who asked me, and I'm going to show you. So like on the daily items list that I give my students, let me scroll up. Let me show y'all an example. On the daily items list that I give my students, so this, you see right here where I got the profit per item, the profit margin, return on investment, because I break down all of that so they can see that. This right here, $11.01, that's after the fees, okay? $10.12 after the fees. $8.39 after the fees. $7.46 after the fees. Let me know if this is making sense, y'all. Your main thing is learning. Remember, we talked about learning how to calculate, learning what to do. And that's doable, okay? You will learn how to do all of that, so you will know after Amazon fees and after the prep center. That's if you choose to use them. Remember, you don't have to. You can send the items out yourself. You can just send them in to Amazon and not use the prep center, or you can send them to use the prep center and to Amazon. It's up to you. It's your business. You have 3 choices, okay? But I said that to say this. Your main thing is learning how to calculate. And again, I teach you how to do all of that in the training. And look, let me show you this. Seller Amp will give you this information as well. Let's go back to Seller Amp. Y'all remember, if y'all was up here from the beginning, we talked about Seller Amp. You can put all that information in Seller Amp. And you see right here where it has 1612, that would be your profit after the fees, like the shipping, the prep fees, y'all. I'm telling you, this is learnable. Y'all got to learn it. Okay? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people don't do it because a confused mind does nothing. You're probably confused about, well, how do I do this? Well, what do I do about this? You know, you're thinking it in your head. And I tell y'all all the time, you're going to overthink yourself out of money. Learn how to do it. Any type of business that you're trying to do, I don't care if it's Amazon, Airbnb, AI, I don't know, y'all. It's multiple ways to make money, okay? Learn what to do, okay? And what did I say? The more you learn, the more you're going to earn. But that's something you can learn. You just need to worry about learning how to calculate, okay? And know I'm making a $10 profit per item. I'm making a $15 profit per item after the fees. Hopefully that makes sense. Look at you talking about me. Definitely overthink. I be in y'all head because y'all forget. Y'all don't forget. I used to be y'all, okay? I used to be living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul, wanting to leave my job, but not wanting to learn, not wanting to invest, not wanting to change anything. Then I had a serious conversation with myself. And I want y'all to do that tonight. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, say your name, okay? Are you where you want to be? Ask yourself that. And if you answer no, what are you going to do about it? You have to do something different. How am I able to talk to y'all and resonate with y'all? Because I used to be you, okay? When I was working, okay? When I was living paycheck to paycheck, okay? When I was staying in a townhouse, but now I'm staying in my dream house with an in-ground pool in the backyard. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying it because I learned, right? I wanted to make more, so I did more, okay? That's all you got to do, y'all. I keep telling y'all there's no secret to success, okay? The only thing that people did that are successful and that are making the money that they want to make, they learned and they did the work, okay? Because y'all know I say all the time, where my thing at? I think it's faith without works is dead. I can't find my y'all, I got all that, okay? I'm telling y'all what I know. All right, what other questions do we have? What is an ASIN? And, okay, hold on, y'all, because sometimes I can't hardly see it. What is an ASIN? I find in the store, is it under the barcode? Okay, so you're not going to find the ASIN in the store. Remember, the ASIN is going to be on here. I got to be careful with my wording, y'all. Y'all know TikTok, but we want to be safe with TikTok community guidelines, right, y'all? You're going to find the ASIN here. So again, say for example, if you wanted to sell this, you're going to type this in here where you go to spend money, okay? and then you're going to hit Control Find. Remember I said that? Now keep in mind, I teach you how to do all this in the training, okay? You're going to hit Control Find, type in ASIN, and it's going to pull this number up. Any type of ASIN you're trying to find, even if you're in the store. Now, if you're using like the Amazon Seller app or Seller Amp, you can, if you're putting the item in, it'll bring up the ASIN, or you can find it this way. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Would you recommend starting with a business account? Honestly, it's up to you. It really doesn't make a difference. In my opinion, I started with a regular account. I started with my first name, last name, social security number, and I have students that start that way. And these two right here, again, over 10,900, less than 30 days, over 11,300, less than 30 days. So I'm saying that to say it doesn't make a difference whether you start with the business or personal. Start with, what you're comfortable with. Now, if you have your business set up and everything, then yeah, of course you can go ahead and do it. But if you don't, I wouldn't wait to get started to do that. Let me know if that makes sense. Because ultimately, you got to think about it. If you set up with a business account, a business selling account versus a personal selling account, and you really don't know what to sell, you don't know what you're doing, not saying you, I'm just giving y'all an example. If person A has a business selling account, okay, like a business license, they setting it up under their business, and person B has a personal account and they're setting it up under their first name and social security number, even though person B has a business, person A has a business account and person B has a, personal account. If person A doesn't know what to sell, what type of items they need to be selling, what to look for, how to calculate, how they should be getting the buy box, they're not going to make any sales like that. Whereas person B, they have a personal account and they know what to do. They know how to find items. They know what items they should be selling and they're getting the bag. Does that make sense, y'all? Does that make sense? Are these recent sales? Yes, Cedra. Yes. And I have testimonies. If y'all are new here, y'all can I got to be careful with my wording. Y'all can go to the top of my profile, to the clickable LINK, and there's multiple screenshots, multiple video testimonies, all of that, y'all. Whatever you need, you should be able to find. All right, any more questions, y'all? Okay, I answered about the ASIN. I'm going to sign up. I'm just wondering, where do I go where do I go once I sign up? Is there a video? Yeah, so once you sign up, you'll get immediate access, okay? So when you sign up, you're going to be added on Teachable. This is my Teachable platform right here. Hold on, I'm trying to find it, y'all. Where is it? Did I X out of it? Oh, right here. This is how my Teachable platform looks, okay? Now, I'm on the outside, what you see on like the sales page, and giving you the modules, but you'll be on the inside, like you'll be able to go to start. You see what I'm saying? And you would just go through the videos, okay? And again, you have access to me. You're able to reach out to me. You're able to message me. And you're going to have access to this daily items list right here. This updates every day, Monday through Friday, where I'm not only showing you how to find items, how you should be looking for items, how you should analyze items, how you should list your items, all of that, how to get the buy box. As a bonus, you'll get daily items list every day, Monday through Friday. And on this list, I break down everything. I'm giving you the title, the ASIN. Look, y'all remember we talked about the ASIN? All of that is up there. I give you the store, where to get it from. A lot of people ask that, well, do you tell us where to get the item from? I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't give you an item and you got to figure out where to go get it from. That's not fun. So I'm going to show you where to get the item from. Let me hover over any of them and see if they'll pull up. Y'all give me a moment. But if you go there, I got to be careful with the wording I use. Look, see, it'll pull up the item. But if you go there, it'll pull the item right up. Then, like I said, I break down the profit margins, all of this. And this is updated, y'all, every day, Monday through Friday. Every day, Monday through Friday. But any more questions, y'all? Any more questions? Somebody says, God bless you. Any more questions? Let me get back on the black. It's easier for me to see it on the black background. All right, any more questions, y'all? Because I'm not going to be up here. Also, last question for returns. Is it okay to use address? I see what you're saying. I don't even know. Yes, you can. In the beginning, I used it and I never had any issue with it. Trust me, nobody is trying to come get you or come where you are, Bam Rudy. Let me know if that makes sense. So you're good to go with that. And again, you can always get a virtual one, if you choose to. If you're getting the training, I tell you who I recommend. So yeah, you can use that. And if you're doing FBA, Amazon will handle returns for you. So you don't even have to handle that. Like, say if a customer wants to return an item, they wouldn't return it to you. If it was sent to them through Amazon FBA, they would send it back to Amazon's warehouse. They would just inspect it and make sure it's okay. 10 times out of 10, y'all. 10 times out of 10, it is, because somebody who want to return it, they just probably want to return it. And then what happens? They put it back in your inventory in order for you to resell it. Okay, that's why I be telling y'all, don't be worried about it, because you'll overthink yourself out of money. What about returns? What about shipping? I'm telling you, there's a solution for every what if you have. Okay, you just got to get started. Take action, y'all. That is how you get to the bag and get to the money, because you would never know if you don't get started. You'll never know. You could get started and start making a big bag, right? How will you know if you don't get started? Can we list a before Amazon gets it? No. So what happens is, no, we are reselling items, okay? You don't ever want to list anything that you don't have, okay? So you would either have it in your possession, doing fulfilled by merchant, and that's you shipping it out, or if it's at the Amazon's warehouse, okay? Because once it gets to the Amazon's warehouse, then it's going to be become available or active in your inventory. Let me know if that makes sense. But I do show you how to drop ship the approved way. And that is selling items that you don't have, but you want to make sure you're doing it the approved way, okay? Because if you're trying to like drop ship, sell items you don't have from like Walmart and Target, okay, that'll get your account shut down. So don't do that. That's why I say you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. FBA, sorry, I know I was to go through the process. Let me know if that answers your question. Hopefully I did. Do you have to have a address on your... Shay Love, sometimes you don't. You just want to make sure your information is matching. You want to make sure your information is matching. Because I've had people come in and they had old address on their, ID, and an old address on their the statement thing. I got to be careful again with the wording, but it matched. You do want to make sure your information is matching, okay, when you're doing that. Do you book Zoom calls? No, I don't. I will be in the future. However, Nitra, again, if you feel like you need to answer, because you don't have to wait to get on a Zoom call. Again, you can message me or email me whenever you have any questions. I even have a text number, okay? You'll have direct access to me, okay? Because I think a lot of you are used to doing, investing into things, and maybe the coaches, or whoever is not available. That's not the case with me, y'all. So let me know if that makes sense, Nitra. Shay says, okay, thanks. All right, any more questions, y'all? I think we're good. I try to make sure I need the training, please. All right, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and show y'all one more time how to get to the training. Again, once you get it, it is immediate access to everything. So again, you're going to go to my picture at the very top, y'all. You can't miss it. The picture of me with the beach in the background, okay? Then once you click on that, it should bring it up down the bottom, okay? You're going to click on that same exact picture. You're going to click on it twice. Nitra says, makes sense. Yeah, I got you. If you ever have any questions, y'all, you can message me or email me. I've answered emails and messages on, what am I trying to say? On vacation at 1 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. If I'm up or, I'm able to. Now, of course, it's not always instantly. I wouldn't even lie to you like that. But I said that to say this. I don't have like set hours. Some people be like, only message me between Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Again, you can reach out to me, okay? Whenever you have a question. And as soon as I can, Nitra, I'll get back to you, all right? If y'all are interested in the training, you're going to click the picture at the very top, y'all. And then again, it's going to pop up at the bottom. Once you do that, you should be on my profile, on my TikTok profile. Let me give the disclaimer, y'all. I do not message you, okay? There's a lot of fake pages of me, okay? They will probably message you. It is not me. I do not message you. I am not trying to get you to start a business. I'm looking for people. I tell y'all all the time that's looking for me, all right? I'm not out in people inboxes. I only have that type of time, okay? They got too much time on their hands. So I said that to say this. The only way, let me say it again, the only way you can get my training is by going here, okay? Right here, y'all. Y'all see what I'm doing? You cannot miss it. Once you go here, it's going to bring you, not here, let me close that out. It's going to bring you here. Wait a minute, this is not the one. This is not it either. Hold on, let me go to it, y'all. Okay, once you go here, hold on, y'all, waiting for it to come back up. I want to show you the where to go. It's always the opposite of what you actually do. Exactly. That's my thing. If you're going to be in people, and they're talking about it because they probably messaged this person before. If you're going to pretend like you are me at least say what I'm doing, y'all. They be saying like other things. I don't even know if I can say that on the live, but it be something that I don't even do, okay? All right, when y'all are ready to go, you're going to be here. Okay, yeah, right here, y'all. You're going to go right here. Y'all see this? And then it's going to bring you here. It'll look like this. And it's this very first tab, the Ultimate Amazon Training, Soon as you pay, you get immediate access. Once you go there, it's going to look like this, okay? And you're going to go right here. All right, y'all, I think I've answered all of the, let me see. Shay Love, send me a message. Send me a message. But let them know what you think about the training. For those who are interested, let them know what you think about the training. I always ask my students when they get up here. I don't know what they're going to say. Let them know, Shay Love, do you feel like it's worth what I charge for it? Yeah, you send me a message. See how I be talking to my students? Very nice, very demure. Did I say word right, y'all? But let them know, Shay, before we get off, because we got some people up here who might be on the fence. They might be scared to step out on faith. Let them know what you think about the training. Do you feel like the information is in there? And trust me, I get it, y'all. I didn't pay for stuff before. And I'm like, did I really pay for this? I knew this stuff. Like, did I really pay for this? So I get it, y'all. You're scared, okay? If you felt like you'd have paid for something before and you didn't get what you got, get what you thought you paid for, and you didn't get any help or assistance. So I get it, y'all. Trust me, I get it. Okay, let me pin Shay a comment. Here's one of my students right here. Because look, my students' TikTok names are different from their legal names. Shay said the training is amazing. And it is, y'all. Again, it gives you everything and more on top of the daily items list. This list right here. A lot of great information. So there you go, y'all. Let's just say get the class, y'all. All right, y'all. Again, once you get it, you'll get immediate access. I'm about to get off the live, y'all. Y'all have a blessed and amazing weekend, okay? Y'all have a blessed and amazing weekend, y'all. Remember, if y'all been on this live, you want to make some more money, okay? Obviously, okay? I know you're not just listening to me just because. Do something about it, y'all. Believe in yourself. A lot of times we don't do things because I say all the time we don't even believe in ourselves. So you're already tricking yourself out your spot. You're tricking yourself out of money. You're self-sabotaging yourself, okay? So you got to get out of your head so you can get to the bag, okay? Start believing in yourself, okay? Take action. Step out on faith. Take action. Get started and stay consistent. Shay says yes. That's how you're going to get to the bag and get to the money, y'all, okay? That's how I make 10K, 20K plus per month and have made over $1 million in my business. Not because I was scared, not because I didn't believe that I couldn't do it, okay? Not because I didn't want to invest. And I'm just being honest with y'all. So if you want to change your financial situation, you got to do something about it. And remember, the more you do, the more you learn, the more you're able to earn. And if you want more, right? You want more out of life, okay? You got to do more. You got to do more. Because some of us want it, but we're not doing anything. That's not the math, not mathing. Ain't that what they say? Make it make sense. You want more, but you're not doing anything. It don't work like that, y'all. If you want more, do more, and you'll get more. Y'all be blessed. Bye, y'all.